Why is it not working? It doesn't like me. It doesn't like me. It's recording and it doesn't like me.
Why are you trying to wave your hand like you some type of fucking Jedi and this is gonna do what the fuck you wanted to do? Could you just wave your hand
I
around like it
don't
is some
know why
shit?
it's not. Fuck the soundboard. Fuck it. We back. It was supposed to work. I don't know why the fuck it's not working. I had it set up. I didn't pre. I had it on pre. I was supposed to put it on live. It was a fuck it. It's all bad. We're back.
This nigga. Oh man.
Hey, I remember to turn the mic on this time at least.
You the short bus student at the Jedi Academy, nigga.
I had a long week. Suck my dick. Fuck y'all.
No, no, 'cause that's gay. No, we're not doing that. No,
Not
no, no,
you
no, no.
specifically, the world.
No, don't tell the world to do that, because then that's like some type of crime. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that
No,
neither. Don't.
not anybody underage.
No, I'm still. That's some type of crime. Like, look at Deshaun Watson. Like, no, 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 no,
See, I
no.
didn't even see.
It's, like it's a crime now, bro. Everything like it's a crime now, fam. Like no, like we can't. No, we can't say those type of things anymore.
Crime is loosely used, but yes, sure. Speaking of that, shout out to our Twitch viewers and our YouTube viewers. We're fucking here live again. Shout out to y'all that caught me on my earlier live streams this week. Those vibes got nuked, so if you didn't see them, too bad.
What did you do? Matter of fact, we'll get to it.
Oh, you didn't
Episode
know?
two.
We'll get to it. I'll tell you. I
Yeah,
got this
episode
story
two.
time with busy this
Yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah. You bringing it in this week. Episode 203, Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. We in this bitch. Who the fuck are you first?
Well,
Before we get to the shits.
I bees once again, the one and only motherfucking busy 9-3. Some like to call me Kwame Khalifa. I got a new one for y'all this week, aka Busy Cocadrillo. You dig? Aka motherfucking Tiki Torch Nazi Daughter Slayer, aka Captain Dr. Science, aka the Crooked Court Jester. And if you're asking about my lab coat, bitch, no, I don't have it. I can't afford one. Pay me so I can buy it.
It was in the cleaners, nigga. Did you not pay them?
They fucked it up and I don't want to buy a new one.
So you need to make a claim.
It was $5. I got it from Goodwill. Let's be
Yeah, send this nigga some money. And it's
honest.
because I'm not gonna do it. It's the one and only, hailing from the home of bitchin' tequila, which I just took a shot of, 50 cent margaritas, and cartel dealings. It's motherfucking A1 on the mic, Jose Ortega,
Hey,
aka Tequila Poppy, aka the Almighty Rum Lord, depending on which day of the week it is. But you need to respect me and give me my money on time. 60 cent, nigga, no 50.
hey,
AKA, hey.
those are your words.
Don't,
Those are your words, not mine.
look,
You don't want to do business with 50 Cent. That's on you, sir.
hey, look, man. We can do we can do business. We can do business. Nigga, like I'm already at 60 cent. So we can do like we could link with 50 and make it a $1.10. It's all good.
It's a little bit too close to that Jay-Z line. I think you're pushing it, buddy.
Is it? Is it?
Think a little bit.
Look, I think me and the beef with 50 would be all right though, because you know what I'm saying, me and him can both read, so it would be a little bit more entertaining than him and Floyd Mayweather. That's all I'm saying. It would be funny. In all love.
I've heard Floyd has been taking lessons. That's not fair.
Well, he got hooked on phonics.
That's a
look,
good
look,
start.
the nigga 50 years old. It's like it's over.
Hey,
now.
nigga, you gotta start it sometime.
It's
I'm
over
almost
now.
30. I still want to skateboard. Nigga, what's your point?
He might as well be Denzel Washington from Fences at this point. Like you just can't read, you know what I'm saying? You can't write, nigga. You just here now. You here.
You're mad
Who
that your
cares?
kids kinda can.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All you can do is write your name. You know what I mean? You just got one good homie that's looking over your shoulder that's just like, yeah, nigga, don't sign that. Yeah, you should sign this one though, because they were trying to fuck you over there because they know you ain't know your motherfucking vows right. So Yeah,
Yeah.
over here we got you. You know what I mean? Over here they got you.
It's not good. Not good.
It's not. It's not. But it's once again episode 203 9 million Millions podcast. House of Space Media. We in this bitch. It's story time with Bizdrick. He has a
Hey.
story to tell us all.
Well, family, friends, listeners, new and old. I have a story to tell you, and I think it will be a good example of just something, if you're a fellow artist, what you can maybe do to progress your career, or maybe how you can, just utilize your energy being a dick in a good way. You know what I mean? Have you ever, and
You
I
gotta
mean,
stop that.
I'm asking you this, Mr. Ortega. You've dealt with a few executives of record labels in your lifetime, or said executives in their own words from said person, right? You've dealt
I
with a
believe him.
few of those.
I believe those people I've talked to. I believe it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've dealt with a few of those. Have any of them ever hit you up from a record label and asked you if you wanted to buy a placement package? And they're from a record label, an indie record label at that.
A placement package?
Have you
No.
ever heard of a placement package?
No.
Package is something usually. This is school and story time with Busy.
Well, no, wait. wait, wait. Before you go into it, I'm a little stoned. So, a record label asked you that?
Well, it's an indie record label out of Albany, New York, apparently named Swagger Town Records. So already, so already, um, you know, kind of on the fence about the name. Not the coolest shit to be associated with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, no, at first, I'll leave his name out, but at first, the CEO hit me up randomly. Never heard of this guy. Just said, hey, heard your music, like it, hit me up. I said, all right, cool. Didn't hit him up because I forgot. I was busy. And it was a random message on Twitter. And, this is probably a scam, whatever. Who gives a fuck? And then the label hits me up that this guy owns. And, Swagger Town Records, they message me. Okay, hey, send me your phone number and your email. Say, okay, cool. I said, one of my assistants will be in touch with you. Okay, cool. One of my people. Guy text me by the name of Kyle. What's up, Kyle? How you doing? Said, hey, you want to take your career to the next level? Automatic red flag. I say, if you mean to the moon, then not. I mean, depends where you mean, nigga, to the moon or not,
Okay.
And he says something along the lines of, well, what's your budget? And I say, whatever you're willing to invest, my nigga. You hit me up,
You have been
nigga.
taught well.
Whatever you willing to invest, you hit me up, sir.
You excelled in certain classes at the Jedi Academy, even though you rode the short bus.
I'm retarded, but not that retarded. Anyway, he he
I'm
then
I'm re- as you're saying this, I'm reading up on Swagger Town
search.
Records. So yeah, so you might, just go, just go. I'm entertained by this alone. So you just go.
So anyway, um, he says something along the lines of that, and I'm like, well, you know, what can you give me, nigga? Nigga sends me a price list with a price range of $600 to $1,000, asking me if I need a placement on Hip Hop Weekly. This is 50.com. Da 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 da. Nigga, do you know how much it costs to get a placement on This Is 50.com? Artists listening to this, future artists, want to be artist, whatever you want to call yourself. You know how much it costs to get a placement on This Is 50.com? Ask me. Do you know? Ace, you're off here. Do you know? Zero fucking dollars.
I'm about saying it free.
Zero. All you gotta do is hit them up. That's
Mm.
it. You just gotta hit them up. At the most, $100. At the most. This nigga sent me a price range list that looked like orgy prices for a prostitute, and it said, 100 for two tops and two bottoms, fucking 300 for five tops and three bottoms, 1,000 for a fourth of a top. What the fuck is a fourth of a top? Give me half the dick, nigga. What the fuck? Anyway. Anyway, motherfucker. So the price range was crazy, $600 to $1,000, and I'm like, hey Kyle, I think you're missing my point, buddy. I think you're missing my point. In this time frame between him sending that, I also said to him, hey,
What the fuck is a young fate?
That's probably one of their arts. You know what?
It is.
I'm not going to even freestyle this. I'll just read it to you guys. How about that? I'll just read it to you.
I'm so all right.
Where is it? Oh,
all right.
Here we go.
Okay.
From the price range. Okay. He says, right. Hey, it's a special. We only doing this special this week. $600 to $1,000, nigga. Opportunity is knocking.
Knocking.
He texted me that. Opportunity is knocking. He didn't know who the fuck he was talking to. So I said, a special? LOL. I think you're missing my point, Kyle. I'm already investing in myself. Oh, that was the shit he said. There's nothing that pisses me off more than a motherfucker asking me as an unknown motherfucking artist, are you willing to invest in yourself? Bitch, have you even attempted to Google me? Because if you Google me, you don't get that much content out without doing some sort of investment. So yeah, answering your own question, do your research, bitch, before you talk to me. Just my opinion real quick. Anyway, I say a special. Kyle, you're missing the point. I am investing in myself, and I can get those placements for cheaper, if not free. So did you just hit me up looking for a client and didn't do your homework? Or do you think you're talking to somebody that knows nothing about this business? And by the way, my Cash App is secure. Opportunity is knocking, my friend. He says, so why? He says, so why haven't you? Haha. Trying to get smart with me. The motherfucker kept challenging me. He challenged himself all the way into a box. Check me out.
Check in.
Still no, he says, so why haven't you? Haha. Still no media coverage. If you know everything, then surely you know what it does. So my question to you is, why haven't you got any of those placements yourself if you can do it yourself?
Why?
I said, bitch, knowledge and execution are two different things. Resources to get it is my issue. So unless someone, hint, hint, Mr. Record Label, is investing at least as much money in me as I currently am, I ain't got shit for you. And apparently nobody over there took the time to do that. So if you want to talk some business, hit me up. Then I sent him my Spotify link. And he said, nigga, one of our A&Rs already checked you out. We wouldn't be here if nobody listened to you. I said, then why the fuck are you asking me for money? I said, Jake hit me up first. He's supposed to be the CEO. You said the A&R hit. You said the A&R heard my shit. You're the assistant. Why am I talking to you?
Why?
Just a quick question. He said, nigga, we don't need your money. You clearly didn't do your research. All I asked you was, were you willing to invest in yourself?
Were you?
I basically said something to the degree of, bitch, you can say all of that and that's cute, but that's not really what, do your Googles, motherfucker. And then he still says, why would we invest in you if you're not willing to invest in yourself? I did my research and I see the only thing you're missing is no major placements and no background information. I say, then Kyle, you answered your own fucking question, didn't you? That's what the fuck a label would do. Give me major placements and the background information, huh? Sounds like your record label's hustling backwards, nigga. Yeah. He says, nah, you ain't got no clue. You lost on it. We help our artists and we invest in our artists and producers every day. You know that if you knew what you was talking about and came back with real facts. This is where he really pissed me off. If I came back with real facts, nigga,
he coming at you with the smoke. He coming at you with smoke.
Kyle.
All smoke, Kyle. All smoke from Kyle. All smoke from Kyle.
I know Jake put you up to this, but
Jake
Kyle, relax.
Pause.
Kyle, I said, fam, y'all
Dog.
hit me up. You know you hit me up first, right? I
Hit
didn't
you up.
know what the fuck a Swagger Town was. I thought your shit was next to Flavor Town, nigga. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a terrible name. It's a terrible time. It's a terrible name.
Motherfucker, why should I do my homework on some shit I didn't know exists when you called me?
You right though.
He says, drop your email.
Why?
I say, bitch, for what? I still need someone to meet my investment, nigga. Like, if you ain't gonna meet my investment and you talking all this shit, nigga, either show me the shit you talking or shut the fuck up. He says, drop your email, nigga. I'm gonna give you a free placement, nigga. It's worth $300, and I'm gonna send you all of this information. I'm gonna send you this interview information and send me some pictures of yourself, and I'm gonna put you on. This is 50 or whatever one of those orgy placements he tried to get me to pay for. Nigga, have you ever finessed a fucking placement? Have you ever finessed uh, a so-called executive just because you were a dick long enough to challenge him to the point that he had to prove himself to you? Apparently, either that or you wasted your time and was so petty. Because I feel like if Kyle isn't a real person, I was actually talking to Jake. I feel like I feel like if that was the case, then maybe, just maybe, I bruised your ego a bit because you thought you had a sucker and you just had to ride it out. Because I don't think he thought I was gonna fill the shit out. And then I filled the shit out, sent it to him, sent the nigga some pictures. Yeah, bitch, go ahead, post it. Do you
Oh my god,
waste
you
your
sent that nigga
$300?
nudes?
Waste your what?
You sent that nigga nudes? That's gross, bro.
If you like sending men nudes in your spare
That's
time, don't project that on me.
that's
I
gross,
said what
bro.
I said. You said
That's
that.
yeah.
Nigga.
You paused for concern. That's what like I was like, oh man, you did that.
Concerned for you.
You
You
know,
the
it's
one
no
that
concern
brought
for
up
me.
other. You the one brought up nudes, nigga. I didn't
You
bring
said
that.
you sent him some. You said you sent him some pictures. That's why I was like, you sent him some nudes.
Yeah, I sent a nigga out of asking. All right. Anyway.
I mean, you could have continued to be a dick.
Why would I continue to be a dick when I already got what I wanted? The best I
I
can
don't.
get out of this
So
situation
you,
is
so
you
you
spending
really
money
believe
on me.
so you really believe in the placements?
No, nigga, that's something a publicist does. You hit me up as a record label. It didn't say nothing to me about being an artist. That's the beauty of it. That's the funny part of it. I feel like I backed this, and I think most people would agree with me. I backed this nigga into a corner so tough that he's about to, if he is the assistant of the CEO that he says he is, how you gonna explain that to your boss? That you got backed into a corner through text messages by a nigga you didn't even want to sign. And now you giving up $300. Go ahead. It cost $300, right? Go ahead. No,
Eh,
I ain't hitting them up. I ain't asking them shit. It don't
mm,
affect me either way. I didn't lose anything but 10 minutes worth of time. I filled out a 10 question answer and 10 question interview and told them a paragraph about how the EP is gonna be. I didn't lose shit. If anything,
you
they
right.
supposedly lose $300 and I get a free placement. And you doing that to prove that you niggas is what you really talking about? Okay, cool.
Even a small,
Let me see if it
even a
works.
small, even a small independent nigga that's an actual worthy independent. A $300 fucking credit card swipe is not gonna pull up any red flags with HR or finances. So it's like that really
So
shouldn't
you,
even be an issue anyway.
I told my man, I told Kyle, I said, Kyle, work speaks louder than words, nigga. You say you got that work, you say all about what you talking about, then you know what I'm saying? You just do what you say you gonna do. Nigga turned around and told me, he said, hey, I believe in you. I've heard your shit. I know your shit. I believe it's worth it, nigga. I'm gonna give you this for free. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's see. You believe it's worth it. You believe it's worth it, huh? Okay, cool. You want me to believe in you that much that you willing to do that on a random whim. You just hit me up out the blue, nigga. Okay. I believe it when I see it too.
Like I said, like to me, I don't even think that shitty.
I
It's
believe
not
it
even
when
a
I see
dog
it
you. It's
too.
like I just don't think that shit real.
Nigga, hey, like I said,
It's
I
just like,
believe it when I see it too.
that's why I was like, so you
if
believe
if
in
if
this placement?
if
That was my
if
only
this
question,
nigga
really, for real.
sends me if this nigga sends me a link that I have an interview and it's talking about Busy 93 on that bitch, I will be genuinely surprised. I'm still not gonna give him no money for another package, but I will be genuinely surprised. A, nigga, you let me finesse you like that. And B, thank you, but nigga, I finessed you like this that easy.
Straight, straight up though, straight up. You know what? Either
Niggas
way,
got finesse interviews like that all the
E-
time.
either way,
They
back to
tell
the
like that's
50,
fucked up.
back to 50 and Floyd, nigga. You can read better than Floyd can, so you can execute this way like way better. Because if you was Floyd, you probably would have got fucked some way out of this.
I think I started reading at the level that Floyd still is at. I think I started reading at like a fourth grade level. Like when they tested me, it was like fourth, fifth grade level. I was in like second and third grade. Pretty
Look,
sure that's where he still is.
I'm sure none of us as grown adults would want to read a Harry Potter book today. Well,
That's
at
not
least neither nor you or I.
that's not true.
But you reading a Harry Potter book today? You grown.
You put me in the right cabin on the right day with a nice fireplace in front of me and a nice chick next to me. Yeah, we might run through a Harry Potter book or two.
You reading Harry Potter? In
Yeah.
that situation, you reading Harry Potter. That's you. That's
You
you
ain't
know.
gonna cut up with your girl and read Harry Potter if she wanna read Harry Potter, nigga.
No, my wife's into Harry Potter. Like no, like
You right.
no,
So she's into it. You're not gonna cuddle up with her and read the book with her if she wants you to. Just on some like just
no.
cuddle up with me. Just oh, it's
To
you
read
being
to read
that's
a
you
to
being a
read a
fuck
book.
boy.
To read a book. That's
You
no.
being a fuck
Like
boy, sir.
that's what you
That's
know. What
you.
that's some shit when you that's some shit you do when you fall in love with too many white women. That's the shit that you do then. Like,
I ain't got shit to do with white women, nigga.
look,
You just said
bruh,
no girl like Harry Potter. She's not white.
you're right, but it's like you don't want me to cuddle up with her to read the fucking book and shit.
Your girl ain't never said, "Hey, nigga,
Stop
let's
raising
do
your
some
girlfriends. Stop reading you raising
cocoa."
your girlfriends and shit. Cause now you're reading bedtime stories. That's what that problem is. Like you need to get over that shit. That's weird, huh?
It has nothing to do with her age, nigga. And why are you so hung up on that? They are legal.
Yeah, they do be legal. That's getting like that's for sure. But they weren't legal last year. Like that'd be like the
That's not
thing.
true either. That's not true
Yeah,
either. That's not true
yeah,
either. That is
yeah.
definitely not true either.
You be properly rivaling the cradle, bro. Legally,
I
but
don't be fucking properly rocking shit. Ain't no cradles around this motherfucker at all. I ain't paid for a diaper yet. You got me fucked up.
they be smelling like Similac. Don't be playing.
I ain't got shit to do with what it smell like before you get here. I just
Hey,
know I sent
look,
it back something what it smell
look. That's a weird shit. Like
weed and cigarettes.
you, regardless, you telling me like you reading bedtime stories. They get like, what the fuck?
Okay, your wife wants you to
I
read a
mean,
bedtime story, so you ain't gonna fucking do it.
I'm gonna look at her just like I'm looking at you right now. Like, what the fuck did you just ask me?
You
Huh?
gonna look at your wife like that if she's like, "Hey, can you read me a bedtime story, babe?" Really? That's how you gonna
Yes.
take it?
The fuck you think this
You
is?
sound crazy as hell.
You think Jay Z is like you think? No, I mean, ask you. Let me tell you, put it like this. You think Queen B is asking Jay Z to read her a motherfucking bedtime story, nigga?
I think if she is, A, we would never know about it, and B, bitch is just as possible as anything else.
No, the fuck is not.
Why
You
isn't it
know,
believable that Beyonce is asking Jay-Z to read
cause
her bedtime stories? Why?
cause you know damn well if Emery or Tata was walking past the door and Beyonce
Nigga,
asked,
Jay-Z gave up on looking cool a decade ago. What are you talking about?
it ain't about looking cool, nigga. It's about what you feel cool to you. That's all it is. That's why. That's why Ho walk around with the confidence that he does, because he don't give a fuck. What's
Right.
cool to
He
him is
gave
cool to
up
him,
on
and that's.
looking cool. Right. He don't care.
But you can't give up on looking cool, because giving up on looking cool is actually
So if
makes you
your homie,
cooler.
right.
So,
So if your
but
homies catch you reading a bedtime story to your wife, who
Emery
gives
gonna
a
look
fuck?
at
You
you
need to
like you
move keys,
fucking
nigga.
crazy.
Fuck.
He'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, nigga,
Reading
blue,
bedtime story to my wife. The fuck do you look I'm doing? Why are you here?
blue,
Is the better
blue's
question.
room is
Fuck.
down the hall, nigga. What the fuck are you doing?
Right, nigga, go to
Reading
your
the
room. As big as
you
this
read
house is, why are you here?
bedtime stories
Fuck.
to you, bitch. Wow. All right.
You
You know
sound
what?
crazy.
You sound wild.
You not reading a bedtime story to your wife sounds insane.
Bruh. The fact
I
this
know the
some bitch,
females agree with me on this at least.
but
Come
what
on.
bitch is asking you this? Oh my god. You
I
know
didn't say
what?
anybody asked me to do it yet. I'm
There,
just
there's
not
been
doing it
plenty
yet.
of conversations that we've had as of lately where I've related to other women and asked them, like, yo, you doing this? And they telling me, absolutely fucking not. So I'm thinking this is still up on par. So, yes, you sound fucking crazy. Like,
I don't
what?
believe it. I don't believe it.
Oh my God.
Nigga, I would
What?
if I'm feeling it, nigga,
Oh man.
if I'm what's the word? If I'm feeling vulnerable enough, nigga, I might ask my bitch to read a bedtime story to me. You ain't gonna ask your bitch to read a bedtime story to you when you feeling in your feels, you just want to be held, nigga. You ain't gonna ask for that type of treatment, nigga. Stop it.
Oh shit. No.
You just trying to be gang banging on bacon and shit. Ain't nobody got time for all that.
I'm not game banking on bacon. This is real nigga shit. Like, no. Like, like
Out of here, nigga.
I don't give a fuck if motherfuckers would to call it macho or whatever. It's like, yo, the kind of comfort that I need from my woman ain't that shit.
You can't cook for me, clean me, and hold me and read to me when I need it, bitch. What are you here for?
You a useless motherfucker.
I just said what I needed. I didn't say I need it all the time, but every now and again,
Oh
I want
shit.
to be the little spoon, bitch. The fuck?
Wow. 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 You need Nugenics Total T, nigga.
No, I need whatever decreases that shit. I need whatever
No.
decreases that shit. I feel that shit too much. That's why when I had them lows, it'd be like, yo, let me go ahead and I need to be held. Nigga. Bitch, give me a hug. You can't hug me. How you gonna love me?
Oh shit. You know what? Oh yeah. There's something wrong with y'all niggas. There's something really wrong with y'all. Oh shit.
I have what you call a chemical imbalance. I don't know about these other
You just fucking retarded. That's fucking wild. Bitch, I want you to hold me. Fuck.
I ain't marrying no bitch ain't willing to hold me when I'm sad. I'm not. If you ain't willing to hold me when I'm sad, bitch, fuck you here for? You just want to be here when I'm feeling great and fucking good and got money, bitch. Get the fuck on. Be by myself for that. I'll beat off for that. Fuck that. What happened?
Wow.
That was the end of story time. I don't know how we got to that. I
Wow.
finessed the nigga that said he was a fucking indie record nigga out of $300 and a placement, apparently. I don't know. We'll see.
Wow. Man, me and my wife built different. Anyway, yeah, what has oh, speaking of people that are built different or tearing people down and stuff, not positively, not respectfully at all.
Not respectfully.
Not respectfully. Not respectfully. Megan sat down with Gail King because she got shot in the feet 2 years ago and
That's who
told
she
the
sat down
story.
with.
Yeah.
I only saw a clip, but it was only a clip of her being pretty and talking, so I didn't see who she was sitting down with.
Yeah. I saw like, I think maybe half ish of the interview through clips. I didn't, you know what? I feel like
That nigga shot her.
I'm,
He
I,
did.
no, he did. He definitely did. But I feel like I'm thinking about this like how Charlemagne would think about this if he wasn't like in the industry. Like if he was you or I, it
If
would
he
be
was
like
still state
I
of the
don't
hood, Charlemagne,
yeah, like I don't want to really look at this too much.
or hood state of the union, I think it was called.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but it was I don't want to look at this too much because I feel like it would skew the real court proceeding of how this plays out. Now, do I think Tori's guilty? As fuck.
Yeah.
But do I think that she should be trying to convince
Wow.
people, like normal people, like people that like she's trying to convince anybody outside of the court of law, whether he shot her or
I
not?
feel like we should bring up a
That's not for us, nigga, for right now. Nigga, when the trial starts and if they made it public and we could watch it on TV, then fine. Then we watching it as it plays out. But if it's not that, which it doesn't look like the court wanted to be, but it's a public story, yo, let this shit play out. You shouldn't if there's a court proceeding, there shouldn't be an interview with whoever that follows that. You feel me? It should just be all right, court proceeding. Oh, you want an interview? You get an interview after this court proceeding is over, or after this court process is over, after court is adjourned, or what the fuck ever they say in court is over. Because outside of that, I ain't got shit to prove to nobody other than the court of law that this nigga over here shot me in the feet, which he did.
basically. I mean, I guess that's what it ends up being at that
Look, my
point.
nigga. Look, my
Can you
nigga.
can you see the video?
I can see her face. She has a
Okay.
very, very round face. Like that,
She
her
does.
head is like
She does.
her
Yeah.
head is like basketball circular,
She
like
is
all
still
the way around, almost in like a symmetry.
very, very still very basketball face, pretty like a motherfucker.
I think she should be taller. I don't know. It's like I feel like
Yeah, she
there's
what
like
like 5'8", nah, 5'7", something like that.
I don't know. I feel like there's it's just like her. There's not enough neck there for to connect with the rest. I don't know.
I feel like it's enough for her in all the right places.
Like
Like
it's
white women, nigga,
all
shut
my
up.
life. Yada 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 yada.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
Megan Thee
no,
Stallion hits song
no, not that
at Kylie
song.
Jenner's
Stop it.
house.
Make it stop.
If I take the wrong step,
oh God, wait.
Car shooting from the car, Megan.
he
How is
is standing up over the window
Okay.
shooting.
Uh-huh.
And
Pow.
I didn't even want to crazy.
Mhm.
So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming he said dance and he started shooting and I'm just like, oh my God. Like he shot a couple of times.
Mhm.
And I
So
was
is
so
he
scared.
in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He
How
is standing up over the window
Okay.
shooting.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick. Like, cause I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
Were you afraid for your life at that
I was
time?
really scared because I had never been shot at before.
Okay. Well, I feel like I ain't one of them motherfuckers that say a clip, say it all. A motherfucker, won't have two sides of a story, but I don't want to play that whole clip.
Look, my nigga.
I
Look,
feel
my
like
nigga.
that nigga really did that. I said
Look,
something about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard earlier this week on YouTube. We gonna get to that in a minute, but
look.
god damn it, that nigga
I'm
did
a
that.
I'm a simplistic motherfucker. This is what I know. This is what we know without knowing nothing else. Without knowing nothing else.
I hate when pretty girls cry like that.
Nothing else, but we know this is facts. These things we know are facts. Tory, Meg, in the same place, at the same time, in the same car. We know shots were fired. We know gun belongs to Tory Lanez. We know people like that were there say Tory Lanez shot the gun. We know Megan got 2 shot feet. So therefore,
And wait. We also know Tori texted Meg and said, "Bitch, I'm sorry I shot you." Can you please not tell nobody I did that? We also know that.
you know what? This is the one moment that I like. I, if there was a judge that like that, I would feel sorry for would be the one that has to adjourn, like to deal with this case. Because I'd be like, what the fuck have we been sitting here for 3 years trying to figure out before we get here?
It's right
Like,
there, nigga. He said, "Hey, I can you not?" He told on himself in the message. It's right there.
we ain't even got to go to trial yet. If I'm judge, I'm asking questions to every like. Well, look, all right. I could have took this back in 2020, bro. Like in November. Why are we in 2022 in the spring? Nigga, I'm trying to play golf. The fuck is you doing?
You know,
I got to deal
Jesus
with
Christ.
new hairline Tory Lanez
Oh, and he got a new hairline, so he feeling himself and shit.
and the body
Oh,
yaddy
man.
girl. Because we know
You can't get a new hairline and shoot at people, nigga.
at this point, I'm asking questions that I'm the judge. Like, so now you really gotta give me. You're gonna go out to answer my questions now because I already got my mind made up. So you got to go out there and figure out, like, all right, is this taking so long because he's Canadian? Because we could have got this all taken care of a long time ago. Like, is there something over there that where they was just like, nah, nigga, we don't want it. We could deport his ass. Like, we can do all types of shit. Why are we here? Matter of fucking fact, why don't we deport Tory Lanez?
You know, we deport enough Mexicans that I feel like it equals at least one Tory Lanez.
Bruh. Bruh.
I don't know how many we've been deporting in the Biden administration, but I feel like we have deported enough Mexicans to probably equal one Tory Lanez.
And you know what?
Wise.
And you know,
we can do without him. He doesn't
you
contribute that much.
I will throw away the OVO chain if this nigga Drake let this nigga back in. He got to be like, nah, you ain't really accepted in Canada neither, nigga. You can't come back here.
Drake the type of nigga, he'll let him.
Drake got to hold it down. Drake got to hold it down.
Drake will let him have his own neighborhood. It'll be his own little section of the city.
Where they shoot people in the feet?
Probably. I mean, but he'd be leader there, so he'd be good.
How you gonna tell a nigga? What movie was this nigga in when he decided to be like, yo,
dance, bitch?
Dance, bitch.
What the fuck is that?
What movie?
She's sitting in a convertible. I'm assuming because he said he shot into the car. That could only be in a convertible if the windows.
No. That was an SUV when it got pulled over.
It was.
If you remember, the video, it was a SUV.
So the window had to be cracked, and this nigga sticking a gun in the window talking about dance, bitch, in GTA, nigga, really? Really? They got better missions than that, bro. You ain't gotta do that mission.
They do got better missions. But if you a spazzed out Canadian, do you do that? Because you got to think Tory Lanez.
It is a long way to the city.
You got to think Tory Lanez, without shooting people in the feet, has been wilding out like on a I'm coming for everybody tip, like a fucking Amish kid who just discovered the real world and left the convent. Like he been going crazy. If I want beef with you, I'm inviting the smoke. I'm gonna try. Like, even if I lose, motherfuckers are gonna say that I come with that heat. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Tory
Niggas ain't
Lanez
gonna
got.
stop me from doing nothing.
I
Y'all
know
gonna make
Tory
fun of my
Lanez.
hairline, bitch. I done bought a new one.
I know what
Like,
it is.
you ain't telling me
It's not the
nothing.
hairline.
And then you gonna like, yeah, you gonna shoot somebody in the fucking feet and be like, nigga,
No,
I
no,
ain't
you're gonna
shoot
shoot
you,
a
but my
no.
bad.
Specifically, you're gonna shoot a woman in the foot. Someone like Meg Thee Stallion, and I feel like we have been overlooking now that you just reason for some reason it just hit me. It is not got nothing to do with that hairline, ain't got nothing to do with her, ain't got nothing to do with nobody around him or the liquor in his system. You know what it got to do with?
Oh God.
That nigga's 5'5". That's what.
Oh, he got a Napoleon complex.
There you go, Napoleon Bonaparte from Canada. Thought he was gonna go get a Houston bitch and conquer. She was like, "Nigga, you lame," and he said, "Dance, bitch," and she got scared.
You know
And
what?
and rightfully so, she got scared because who the fuck knows what a nigga that small might do with a gun that big? It was only a 9mm, but he's small.
I'm gonna say it like these. He gonna have to spend his whole time in prison in California inside of a motherfucking inside a shoe. Because nigga,
He gonna be in the box, but not that one. That's funny. Lame and funny
it's
at the same time.
it's it's rough. It's rough, Shane. It's rough. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna fuck his hairline off. Like, it's gonna go away after that.
I don't know if that nigga. I don't know if
That
Tory
shit
Lanez can
terrible.
survive in LA jail.
Nah.
And I mean that with all intentions to what may or may not happen.
Look, look. I feel like these. You shoot a woman, you get convicted of shooting a woman, whether she live or die. If you die in there in Grand Theft Auto, ugh, I don't really care. You put yourself there.
That's not gonna happen. He could be a PC. He'll be fine. But he'll
You
be
said
fine.
what?
I said he gonna be a PC, so he'll be fine. But I mean, either way, yeah,
But
Tory Lane's popular enough to go to jail and go to PC.
yeah, but how long
He's
that
not gonna
lasts?
just be in
But yeah, but like, how long does that last though? If you gotta do like a long bid, you feel me? Like, for example, OJ's time, like like, for example, with OJ's time, like, as far as his prime of who OJ was long gone by the time he was in prison, like, for the 9 years and shit, for
Yeah,
like
but he
that
got
shit.
out and
So
still
it
OJ.
yeah, but he was
OJ got a
in
bigger act. I don't think that's a fair comparison. You can't
it.
compare OJ to Tory Lanez.
No,
OJ
it,
had like real accolades. Tory Lanez is just a
it,
rapper.
it's not. That's not the comparison. The comparison is like the prime of, if, let's just say, OJ gets convicted in 1990, in 94. Let's say he gets convicted, right? Let's say that does happen. At that point in time in OJ's life, he in solitary, because they're not gonna want him in population because of how big he is. But by the time he got caught for doing the shit that he did in Vegas and did that 9 years, he was in population, because it was like, man, nigga, yeah,
You
that's,
ain't
oh,
really that popular no more.
exactly. It's like, who the fuck are you? At this point,
Well,
if
what's the max he looking at?
but
What's the max Tory looking at?
shit,
Because
what's an
that's
assault
gonna
with a
dictate the argument right there.
first off, an assault with a deadly weapon in the state of California? Like, I'm gonna
Assault with a
look that
deadly
up.
weapon. I am too.
Yeah,
Assault, deadly weapon in LA and GTA. Assault
a
and
deadly
Grand
weapon.
Theft Auto. And Grand Theft Auto.
In Grand Theft Auto. That's so stupid. I hate that.
Yeah, well, we don't own the fucking platform.
I don't give a fuck. That's just dumb.
Imprisonment in state prison for 2, 3, or 4 years, or county jail up to 1 year and a fine of $10,000. That's really not that crazy.
Yeah.
Your max is like a 5-piece, 4-piece with a 10 band max.
But then if we talk about if the weapon was actually illegal,
Yeah, I can get some of that. Rip it.
and that's a state of California thing too. They don't play about their gun law. Like they don't play about that shit.
No, that's what I
Like
looked up. That's in the state of California.
no, I'm
That's
saying
real.
not with the assault with a deadly weapon is its own charge, but a weapons charge is also its own separate charge.
Oh, right,
That's what
right.
I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. So then you
So
gotta add that to it. That's probably 5.
yeah. So the question is
Max is
how
like
long?
9, 10.
Yeah, you look like 9 and 10, but how long is it before it like you are so irrelevant that they do put you in PC?
I think
And then like, do they not put you in PC at all? Because it's like, damn, that's a long ass 9 years, 10 years. If you're looking at it like that as a bid, if you get found guilty, which you will.
if Tori has to
So
do like the max, if Tori gotta do like a 9, 10 piece, bro, he only gonna do half in PC, half in GP. When was the last time Tori put out an album? And what was the last hit he had?
last year, I think.
What was the last hit he had?
I don't think he's had a hit since fucking what? Say it or
17,
whatever.
18? No,
Yeah,
no,
like
that's his first one. Don't say that. That was his first one. Say
I
it
think
is
that's
the
only
only
one.
joint.
I think hit, yeah, like hit that hit. But we
Yeah,
talking
you
about
only
like
do 5 of that
we
10
talking
in
about
PC.
like we
You
say
do
we
like
talking about
5.
good records. Like he's had some really good records, nigga.
Well, let me look him up on the
For
archive
example,
or whatnot, because that's gonna
I
show
would
what's
compare
sustaining him,
I would
right?
compare him to a less talented Eric Bellinger because I am an Eric Bellinger fan. I
I
think that
feel
nigga make
like he's a bad Bryson Tiller imitation. Nigga, his number
that
one
too.
song is Jack Harlow's song. I don't want to hear
I can see that. I can see that.
it.
But like with the Eric Bellinger thing is like I believe Eric Bellinger can rap, sing, do the motherfucking he does his own production shit and he put out a lot of good music. But some of his music, even though it's good as a whole project, or it's really good. It's not a hit all the time.
This nigga
But
got
I enjoy it. But I
16.
can be like real enough to be like, is it a hit every time? Or is it a hit on the bitch every time? Not really.
This nigga got 16 million motherfuckers listening to Jack Harlow. He got 16 million monthly listeners, and his number one song is the "What's Poppin" remix with the baby Lil Wayne and himself. The next one is "Broken a Minute," and then "Say It," and then "The Color Violet," "Chauffeur." Guess what? 3 songs I've never fucking heard. The other 3 I
But
named that
yeah, but
weren't
it's in
"Say
the
It" and
last
"What's
three. That's in the last three. The last
Out
song
of
that I
here.
listened to that had Tory Lanez on it was "What's Poppin'," the remix, nigga.
The "What's Poppin" remix is my ringtone for my phone right now, and it's not Tory Lane's verse, but that was also the last time I heard it. It's Lil Wayne's verse is my ringtone, but still,
Of course it is. He a coon too.
suck. You lucky we live. Shut up.
Motherfucker.
Fuck Tory Lanez, man.
Hey, you
Free
right.
Megan Thee Stallion toe.
Yeah,
We out here.
free her feet, free ASAP.
Free ASAP. Free his guns in GTA.
Bruh. It, bruh, free ASAP. He is free, but it's like, yo.
This shit looking worse and worse, ain't it?
Yeah, it's like, yo.
How you gonna
And
do
then,
this to a nigga when I got a baby on the way? Dog, it's always
God,
what is
God.
it? Isn't ASAP a Scorpio?
I
Let me
don't
look
know,
this
nigga.
nigga. I could swear this nigga was a Scorpio. I don't know. I
All
could
I'm
be completely
saying,
wrong.
all I'm saying is, I'm like, yo, my nigga, Look, I just want everything to go good for Riri. I ain't no hater like most of these niggas. Do your thing,
Oh, it's
Playboy.
Libra. Birthdays a couple days before yours.
Oh,
That's why, because you know me and like Scorpios, Libras, we like here, nigga. Is yeah, that's what it is.
ooh,
October 3rd, a day after my granddad's birthday. 10 days or 11 days before, no, 11 days before my mama's, and what, 9 days before yours, nigga.
nah, you did that math wrong. It's 18 days before mine.
Right. I always think yours is the 12th. It's the 21st. Right.
My sister's the 12th.
I always think yours is the 12th for some reason.
But god damn, well, all right, look. I be rooting for the nigga ASAP. I'm an ASAP Rocky fan. I like the nigga
You and me
music.
both.
I think he just I think he's legit misunderstood. Because sometimes you just make a lot of money, but you do nigga shit because sometimes you from Harlem for real. So sometimes you just be wilding
You wind
sometimes.
up a nigga shit sometimes.
Yeah,
It just
I
happens.
mean
It's part of
shit.
being a nigga. It's whatever.
Look,
Where you
fam,
from?
look, fam.
Look
I
at your
don't think
boy.
the perfect example.
I mean, I mean,
It's like, yo, why you fam? Don't be. And you already know this nigga will like run up on you and smack you because of what he had to go through. You know what I'm saying, overseas and shit. So it's like, fam, why y'all running up on this man thinking that you know what I'm saying everything's sweet?
I'm just mad they
Like,
stressing out Rihanna.
why?
I'm more so
It,
mad. Out of all of this, I'm more so
I'm
mad that they
sad for.
stressing out Rihanna.
I'm mad that they stressing out Rihanna. They trying to. This is the typical white movement to break up the black home. This is all that is, fam. This is all that is. That's just crazy.
I'm a
Y'all
headbanger
been
that shit.
you've been researching and like they've been doing work on this case. The shooting so-called happened in Grand Theft Auto in November.
2 years ago.
No, last year.
Same difference. Nigga,
Anyway.
niggas been got shot in fucking Grand Theft Auto. Nigga, NPCs die every day. Nigga.
You know what? This is why the fuck school shootings happen in Grand Theft Auto. Cause we desensitizing the real. Like this is crazy. What the fuck happened to the world and society anyway?
I don't know.
Like, oh my God. Am I that cruel that we tell the truth and it can't be told?
It can be told, it
Jesus,
just can't be sold, nigga. We trying to sell.
my God.
It can be told, it just can't be sold. Nigga.
We have
We
to
gotta
sell
sell
we have to
it.
sell a lie to be able to get the truth out. Isn't that
Nature of the beast, nigga.
isn't that a violation of my
No, it's
amendment right of free
capitalism.
speech?
It's capitalism, nigga. That's what it
Jesus fuck.
is.
My God. I feel like I'm being like manipulated and stopped by the you know who's.
Only if
Jesus.
they knew who you meant.
Only if they See, I can't say because we get canceled. So
Oh,
it's
that's
like
going immediately. They gonna cut us off
it's done,
live
done, son,
stream. Period, nigga. Don't
done,
do that.
son, done,
I'm
son.
gonna have to
Over,
make fucking fake accounts to make fake accounts to get us back up, nigga. Don't do
over, fam,
that.
like over forever.
Don't do that.
So with that, you know what I'm saying. But back to the point, like, dog, you telling me that there ain't been so many NPC killings in Harlem? Oh no, it happened in LA. In LA since November that y'all did not know at all until happened to be into Rihanna's third trimester. The was like, oh, Rocky might be involved. This
We
nigga,
just
he lives in LA.
happened to gather all this evidence just now. Yeah.
Right when he's on his way back from Barbados.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it sounds fishy to me too, nigga. It sounds as fishy as them waters in Barbados, nigga.
And what's super trippy is this is like, damn, son. I don't want to hear about you being in something like that. And then they walk out
I
with pieces
completely
and shit.
forgot about that shit.
When they walked out with pieces and shit, and they said like that word, he is just like fuck. Cause even like
Were
I'm
they his and it was used in Grand Theft Auto, or was it like just some shitty ass?
not unknown and unknown yet, so I'm figuring they haven't done ballistics or done any of that stuff yet. But I just don't like seeing it because off the rip of just it's like damn, bro. They really trying to make it look like because I'm not thinking that homie guilty. I'm not going that far. But what I'm saying because it's like I'm choosing not to look at the bullshit the way it's presented to me in the same light. I look at it in the sense of, fam, when they try and draft a jury to make off of this,
You know what it's gonna
you
look like.
yeah, it's gonna look like, oh, ASAP shot somebody this time because he beat up somebody last time. He shot somebody this time, and then when we raided his crib, we got guns from his crib, so he possibly could have shot
Is
somebody. So and not and let's this is before knowing if he a ballistics come back and say that the gun that was recovered from his crib was used in that shoot.
do
So
you
it's like,
think there are any
mm,
parallels? Do you think there are any parallels in a sense? Obviously not the same situation. But do you think there are any parallels in a sense to like T.I. in this? Because I'm getting real Feds rush my spot trying to hem me up T.I. vibes.
you know what? I could see that.
From the little bit of the story I've heard, and I know that's the vibe I'm getting.
I I I, I definitely could see that. I think them. I think they're gonna, unfortunately, if they do find him in any way guilty, they gonna try and throw a heavy charge at the nigga because the prosecutions uh is gonna go for the this is just an upward and volatile behavior type thing.
Is it other niggas from ASAP involved in the case, or is it just Rocky?
It's just Rocky involved from ASAP
Uh,
Mob. Yeah,
is Rocky and the nigga had the altercation with?
yeah. There was other people who were part of Rocky's entourage, but they weren't ASAP Mob. You know what I mean? Those are the homies. You
I'm
know what I
saying
mean?
who is the co-defendants, nigga? That's what I'm saying. Do we have ASAP members as Cody's, or is it other niggas he got that he knows Cody's, or he's the only nigga? That's what I'm saying.
I haven't seen a name yet,
So if
but it
it's
was
just him,
it
that's really bad.
it's supposedly been from the time of the shooting to where we are now. They were investigating the case, and then it came about that he was involved in said thing as of recently, and then yeah, they went and pursued him and brought him in on the charges. So, in my opinion, there has to be a snitch, whether it's the person that was shot, because it was shot in the hand. From what I read, he was shot in the hand, not a piercing shot to the hand. From what I read,
How you get shot in the hand and it's not piercing?
you can get grazed.
That's not getting shot in the hand. That's getting grazed in the hand.
It is getting grazed in the hand by our standard, by what a graze to the hand is. But there is no graze to the hand offense. You shot
Okay,
somebody.
you discharged the
You,
firearm at a motherfucker. Yeah, okay, all right,
yeah.
in Grand Theft Auto.
And depending on where your hand was when said shot occurred, you can go for the attempted murder. Could go for such a thing. If you shot or if it's not that, they can plead it down to discharging a firearm in public. Whatever the fuck the case may be.
Still gonna end up with
One,
like 2, 3. At the least, you end up with 3.
And like I said, they gun laws when it come down to the LA
5.
shit, the California shit ain't no play. So they'll toss you in the bitch for that. And they have enough famous motherfuckers that have done time to where you can
It
do
ain't shit.
PC, do
You just another
yeah,
name on the celebrity list.
yeah,
Niggas doing
yep.
time,
There's gonna be a
nigga.
whole award for your ass. Something like it's gonna be okay. You'll
LA
be
had
on your
that shit
own.
figured out in the 90s, nigga.
Yeah, you have your own executive fucking PC for a bunch of motherfuckers that have money that ain't gonna try to booty rape you and extort you.
And let's be
So
honest,
it's
even if it was in New York, ASAP would still be good. I think he'd be more. I hate to put it like that, and I hope he doesn't have to do any time. Damn sure not a long stint of time, but like I feel like he'd be more comfortable in jail in New York than fucking LA.
I don't think any of them niggas want to do prison time any
No,
type
you
of
don't
way.
want to do prison time anywhere, but nigga, if you gonna
but
go to jail, wouldn't you want to go to jail around niggas you know
but
or
it
might be
but
from your same
but
area?
even to him,
Maybe.
it's crazy as shit because it's like Homie is expecting a child. Like his woman is like Rihanna is in her third trimester, my nigga. I've been
Yeah.
I've been there, fam. Your woman needs you the most in that third trimester. And what's not good for your woman in her third trimester is
Is you going to
unnecessary
jail?
due stress, which can be caused by going to fucking jail. Even if you out on bail, her hormones on a different level of fucking worry right now. Cause trial might not even be set until like let's say next year fucking June. Let's say it's a year off. She feeling a whole different level of stress than she would if she wasn't pregnant. Like right now, cause she's thinking like, damn, this nigga might be only around 4 9 months, and then have to sit down for like a
9
4 5.
years.
Yeah, like damn, you know what
Dog,
I mean?
imagine the irony of Rihanna falling in love, having a good relationship, and
I think
this
they trying to throw
nigga.
14 at him. I think it's 14.
Imagine the irony of that, where Rihanna has that and then has to raise the kid by her fucking self because
Bro.
jail. And it's not even like it's one of those situations where it's like it's not even like nigga wouldn't been there, nigga didn't do it. It's just some bullshit. You have, I mean, some women out here, if you listen to this podcast, you know, or if you ever dealt with me or you dealt with niggas like me, or even Jose Ortega when he was single, you know, sometimes the nigga past just catch up with him. And it's never pretty when it does.
Yeah, he facing a 14 piece, bro.
I don't think they're gonna give him max because he grazed the nigga. I don't think they're gonna give him the max, but it's still not great in any way you look at it.
No, but it's gonna it 1,000%. I can almost guarantee in their opening statement they're gonna open up with
This
this is
nigga's a criminal.
yeah, pretty much like this is an escalation of an incident that happened like 3 years. When did he get? That was before the pandemic, wasn't it?
I was like
Then he went to
16,
jail.
17, somewhere in there.
No, that had to
16,
be
17,
19. I think it
18.
was 19.
Nah, it might have been 18. I feel like
It,
that was 18. Wait, what did he go to jail for? It was like some gun shit, wasn't it?
no,
What did he go to jail for?
no, because
I think I'm thinking about 21 Savage.
he beat up that kid and him in fucking what was it Sweden or some shit that was fucking with him and they
Yeah.
beat his ass.
No, that
Um,
was 21.
no, nigga, that wasn't last year.
21
When
wasn't
that shit?
last year. 21 was 2020.
It's
21 got deported.
2022.
Right. 21 Savage got deported in 2020. I think what you talking about with ASAP happened like 2018.
Uh,
You look up ASAP, I'll look up fucking 21 Savage.
let's see, what was that? That was 29. I mean 2019 when he was found guilty of assault.
Okay. And Sweden.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
was 20.
20.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was 3 years ago.
All right, that was 2019. 21 Savage got arrested, deported.
So yeah, so that was both in the same fucking year. So, but the point is, they're gonna be like, well, this is an escalation. That's what they're gonna bring in. Because they're gonna say 3 years ago.
Niggas was saying
That's what they're gonna say. They're
2020.
gonna say 3 years ago he assaulted a kid or assaulted somebody overseas that was fucking with him. And yeah, that person was fucking with him and he fucked him up. Shouldn't have fucked him up, even though he was fucking with him because he ASAP Rocky, but he did anyway. He was normal nigga from Harlem. He gonna fuck you up. You know what I mean? Like, stop fucking with that man. Therefore, they're gonna bring into it like now, 2021 November, he shoots somebody that's fucking with him.
This is
only gonna escalate from here, and that's gonna be their opening state. Unfortunately,
I feel like that's a weak opening argument. I feel like in context, it's strong. In context, it's strong. In action, this man just got Rihanna pregnant.
That does not really fucking matter in a court.
You're right. But let me finish. This man we talking about how the court gonna look at it, right? The niggas against ASAP are gonna come with that argument. The niggas for ASAP are gonna say, hey, are we forgetting this guy has sold, I don't know, 10 million records, 5 million records?
Who the fuck cares if you don't listen to that music and you one of the lawyers in that room?
Not the point. Nigga sold 5-10 million records, got Rihanna pregnant. However you feel about Rihanna or pop star, whatever you got Rihanna. What gangster? I see a celebrity. I see somebody who is, I don't know, putting their neck on the line for not only their own survival, but for the survival of their friends and family and people around them. I see somebody trying to make it home to their family. You know what I'm saying? Stop.
You cute. That's so cute because they say that every fucking time, and it's like celebrities involved, whether they're rich, whether they're from the hood, or whether they white or black. It's the same fucking thing. They say the same shit. You know,
That's the celebrity defense.
It's
a thing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like every fucking major judge in fucking Los Angeles, I'm sure has heard that, and they probably looking at it like, all right, next.
Hence Amber Heard's attorney. Amber Heard's attorney got up there and said, hey, this bitch isn't crazy. Yeah, she spit on her assistant. Yeah, the doctors said the bitch was a fucking sociopath. But Johnny Depp drinks a lot. He threw things at her. Doesn't matter what she did to make him throw things at her. He threw things at her. I think Amber's a crazy bitch. Just like I think sometimes in order to get out of a sticky situation, you might have to graze a nigga hand or two. Never know.
You know what? We just might need to go back to the ways of the old UK beheading in Grand Theft Auto. And if you lose, you and the lawyer get it. like straight up. Because that sounds fucking crazy.
Just cut the bill right there. Yeah.
He look like you and the lawyer.
Lose, nigga. yeah.
Because this shit is dumb. Like no. Don't tell him. But he drinks a lot. Huh? Word.
The bitch's argument was he does coke and he drinks. The bitch's argument, her whole lawyer.
You don't become Johnny Depp without cocaine. You don't become Johnny Depp without cocaine, my nigga. You aren't Bruno Mars without a key a day. That's just like you aren't that, son. Look. Some people they need their shit. Some people they need their shit. Some people they need their shit. Robin Thicke need his shit. Like allegedly, all these people allegedly need their shit.
I lost so much respect for him. Can we talk about that for a second? I don't know. We talk. I don't want to change the subject. I'm just saying. Over this past week, there were some things that happened with Robin Thicke and the show he's hosting, and things he's done in the past month or two, where I was like, I see why Paula left you. I get it. I get it now. I didn't get it at first. I get it now.
He's making his dad very sad. I'm gonna say that.
He is. His dad is probably calling him a pussy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely reached out to him in like Jedi angelic form and was like, "Yo, you a bitch," and it just disappeared. Like
If the whole
with
Obi-Wan on
nothing
that
more
bitch.
than that. Did it
The
nothing more
whole,
than that,
that's why
dude.
he grew his hair out like his dad, because he came to him and was like, "You a bitch," and then he was like, "No, you supposed to be proud of me, nigga. What can I
And,
do?" And he just,
and he just disappeared. This is
yeah.
right after that. He didn't have nothing more to say. Nothing more needed to be
Nah,
said.
nigga.
It's like, you a
How
bitch.
you lose her? You stupid motherfucker. Anyway, Vicodin was that good, nigga. It wasn't that great when I did it, motherfucker. Anyway, all
Did you hear that album?
right. Why would you think I heard that? No, I did not.
I love the fact that I love music so much, and sometimes and I just like, you know what? I'm in for a laugh. Let's go for it.
I love it that
Like,
much too. And I just, even
it
if
was
I
one of the.
sing, I wouldn't listen to it.
It was a real rack 'em up, nigga. Let's play. Let's see what you got. Oh my god, that Paula album is atrocious.
I bet.
It is.
That's why
It
she ain't come
is.
back.
Oh my
I made a song about a
god.
bitch. She came back, nigga. Paula ain't coming back.
No, look, fam. Look,
That says a
fam.
lot. If you can't make
Look,
it, if you make a song about a girl and she doesn't come back, that says a lot.
look,
If you make a
look.
whole album about a bitch and she don't come
Son
back,
lost. Son lost. I feel like Son lost because it's like, yo, you can't make a whole album apologizing to your bitch on some DJ Envy shit and release the album to the public so you can get
that,
paid for it.
that's what we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about Ray Sean.
No, I'm not talking about Ray Sean. I'm
Did
not
you see?
talking.
Did you see
No,
what his wife said though? We ain't gotta talk about it, but did you see what his wife said?
I used to listen to their podcast. Yeah, they've been talked about this
Right?
shit.
They've been talked about that
Everything, everything. Yes, I came
this
in
whole
early on that
time.
podcast.
That why are they
On the
still together?
on the Casey crew.
Why are they still together?
Yeah, fam. Damn. Yeah, that was Yeah, that was before my daughter was born. When
It
I was
was.
like,
I remember you telling me, nigga. I remember I was working in the warehouse. You were telling me,
yeah.
nigga, I'm listening to the DJ Envy podcast with his wife. I was like, ugh, why? You were like, niggas, I'm married. It's like some shit. I want to see what he's talking about. I'm like, all right, cool. How are they still married? It can't having kids cannot be that strong a fucking thing, bro.
No, she was
You
gonna leave
ain't
his ass.
came, you
She
ain't
gave the
came, you
she
ain't
gave the
busting a nut in 20
whole
years.
she
You
gave the whole story on the Casey Crew podcast. I think it had to be like 2016, 2017. But broke the whole bitch down. And when
I
she
think we
went
talking about two
and,
different
and it,
things. I think we talking about two different things. What are you talking about? Not
when he
him. I'm
cheated
not
on her.
talking. No. I'm talking about him cheating on her and her also saying that she has never made him come, or he has never made her come. Why are you still in the marriage?
They
She
talked
said
about
she's
that.
faked
That was
every
later though.
orgasm she's ever had. That was the headline, at least. She's faked every orgasm. They've been married 20 plus years. Is having kids that big a fucking thing, my nigga? Is it that strong connection where you gotta hold on for the babies like that, my nigga? You can't come for 20 years?
I don't think that's
What?
true.
She said
I know, but I was like the part of
it.
the reason why I'm like I don't think it's true is because it is. Not unless his stroke game is just completely trash on. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't laying it down on like he should.
She really loved that man. And for
I
him,
wouldn't
that's what I'm
I
saying. For
wouldn't
you to
say it's
cheat
just
on the bitch
but
and you don't even make
but
her come,
she
nigga, what?
but they've been together so long. That's what I'm saying. Like she ain't like she admitted it on the
You
show.
can
She
find a
ain't
nigga, you can come back home. You can still find a nigga and make you bust a nut. You can come back home after that.
that's true. But what I'm saying is she couldn't have not had one by now. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, I think she's only been like 3, 4 guys in her entire life. They've been together since they was teenagers, like
She probably
teenagers. So I'm like,
yeah.
yo, there's no way you've been fucking this same dude and been married to the same guy, and they got 6 fucking children together, and you not gonna say some type of stupid wild shit on purpose, and probably was told with to Envy before she was gonna do it to be able to promote this book a little harder.
I get that.
because
No, no,
because
I
on
get it
because
from a
because
marketing
on
aspect. I
God,
get it. I get it from the marketing point, but
because that
from the
shit
personal
don't
point,
stack.
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Y'all talking about some envy to our nigga. That's always been the thing. Remember that it was like a whole we used to be full blown Breakfast Club fans. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, yeah, and all of them. We used to be full blown Breakfast Club fans. Watch interviews, all of that shit. I still watch Donkey of the Day from time and an interview every now and again.
I do
Remember
every
that
week.
whole really? Oh, so we still Breakfast Club fans, goddamn it. Okay, remember that whole fucking year Envy was depressed because he cheated on his bitch and she found out and was not fucking with him. Nigga walked out on the Deezus and Mero interview, was pissy with everybody, wasn't want to crack no jokes with Charlamagne and all of that shit.
Yeah.
And you're not making her come. And nigga, really? I don't believe that. And if he ever hears this, I'll never make it to the. He'll probably just walk out on our interview too, which is fine. I'd rather sit with Ye and Charlamagne anyway. But still,
look. I'm not like. Look, I'm leveling it out
that's
to
not true.
being.
I'm lying.
I'm leveling it out as being a marketing ploy. Because in my head, I'm like, all right, she say that, but it don't make sense. It's like because there's no fucking way. There's no way because your wife would have been left your ass. If that was the case, and I'm gonna put it like this: if that was the case, if when he did cheat on her and then she found out and then she left his ass for that time period and he was fighting for her to come back, she would have been like, I'm gonna go find me a nigga that's gonna make me come. And that bitch is still bad. She's still cold. So she was colder then, and she still looks the same. So it's like, yo, you think she wouldn't go? She couldn't just like roll down fucking Queens Boulevard and shit, and then, like some nigga would have fucking bruh. Some nigga would have picked her up on the like, yo, what's good?
So I got two questions for you. A, do you think it was the radio/podcast version of Lemonade? Do you think that was because we talking about the marketing of it and everything? Do you think that was like Envy and what's her name, Casey? No, it's DJ. It's Envy name, or is Rashawn and Casey.
Yeah, Rashawn Casey and Gia Casey.
Okay, so Envy and Casey, right? Do you think that was
Gia Casey? Like Casey, their last name.
Oh, her name is Gia. Okay. So Rashawn and Gia. You think that was Rashawn and Gia's version of Lemonade? Like, you know what I'm saying? Lemonade and 444? Or do you think that was...
I think they're collectively profiting off of it in a better way. Because I think...
I'm not saying how you think it was profited against. I'm saying, do you think it was that? Or do you think it was something that kind of came out of left field and it was just like... Because that shit that Envy was doing for that year, bro, he was legit hurt. Any nigga that's ever been hurt or want their bitch back or is know they bitch mad at him and he got to sit with that shit. That's how niggas be looking, bro. Like he was hurt.
Yes, he was hurt. 100%.
He was legit regretting that he did whatever he did. So do you think it's more of a thing that we don't know? I mean, I think that's still a thing too. We don't know what goes. I guess that's the second part. We don't know fully what goes on with them. So maybe she did. Maybe she got a nigga blowing her back out that they agreed to do that because maybe he don't do that. But if he, is it marketing or is it that?
But here's my thing. I feel like where we're at now with the book thing, with them doing the book, a lot of them stories that's already been covered on and shit that's in the book of them and what they've discussed has already been done on podcast form, bro. Like if you were a frequent listener for the first 3 or 4 years, that game that you got before they started doing interviews and shit with other couples, you already got the juice of the book. They had been through some growing process from that. Now, fast forward to this book point, I feel like it's all right. Now we repackaging it and putting it on paper. The same stories that we told that were a part of our lives that we've already got off on podcasts. Now we're getting it. Yeah, and it's like, yo, we so far past that shit, it don't even fucking matter. Similar to but almost, I put it, you know what?
Maybe they just wrote the headline wild. You're right. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, parallel to the Will and Jada thing. I hate bringing this shit up, but it's
No,
parallel
you're
to
right.
that.
There are plenty of parallels right there. You're right.
Yeah, no, but yeah, but there's a parallel to this in this fashion. When we get when I feel like this, when I received the information that I received about that's in the book when I was listening to the podcast on a regular, it was like I could tell that they were either growing past certain things or already grew past it. That's why it was even discussed. And I always
Yeah,
thought that
he heard him
dynamic was
talk about some
yeah,
shit.
and I always thought that dynamic was cool. I always think I've been trying to convince my wife we need to do a podcast and shit for real,
That'd be dope.
because because it was all because you could tell that when they really got into discussions about shit, it was similar to how we do it, where it's like, all right, this is the topic, boop, 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 boop. But the intricate shit was, all right, do we really want to
Underrated.
talk about this? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Before we go ahead and do this. So
I think
when
when you
shit would
dealing with
happen, it would be like when the cheating thing with what Envy did. He let Gia cook for like an hour and a half. Like didn't
That's
say
what you
shit.
gonna say. How do you say anything when your bitch is venting? You gonna cut her off and be like, well, actually, no, nigga, let her talk.
No, but yeah, yeah, you let her talk, but it's like you let her get her whole side off un uninterrupted, and then when and then it is your turn to speak, then let your shit off.
Yeah, we're back again. Shit keeps getting kicking us out. I don't know. We might only have 30 seconds left of this podcast, or we're gonna have I don't know, another hour or so. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But if we do get kicked out, we ain't gonna keep doing this shit. So we just gonna do where it's at.
Yeah, at this point, I just kind of want to play 2K and just be alone. I'm so fucking sick of dealing with this shit. Like, look, I just want to play 2K. Just leave me the fuck alone. Like, you stop doing this to me.
Well, we made it past the 40-second mark, so that's a good sign.
Great trying.
Let's
Walking
see if
there.
we can get past a minute and a half. And then this
Mm.
motherfucking AT&T box want to go the fuck out again. Had to reset this motherfucker 10 times a day. What is up with the technology? Why is technology failing us?
I don't know. I'm sad. Anyway, so we were talking about DJ Envy and his wife and how that orchestrated. I believe they are before this shit timed out for real, for real. We had to restart this whole bitch from scratch. So I'm just gonna meditate. Like in my head, shit is talked about. It's orchestrated. It is one. They waffle colored people. So yeah, they the closest thing to white. They trying to sell some shit, so they make some money. Duh. So yeah,
Right.
you make a little headline, you make a little hit. The difference between them and Will and Jada is Jada ain't having a conversation with Will before she pop off at the mouth.
That's true. That's true.
Different. That's why I said they run perpendicular. I don't know if that was recorded or we had that or not, but they run perpendicular. It's like they both couples that are working together. But when it comes down to trying to sell some shit, do whatever, say whatever, however it goes, it should be a couple's conversation instead of, oh yeah, I'm just gonna spill the tea right now. First off, that's a terrible phrase. Stop saying spill tea as a
Yeah, you
whole.
about
Like
right as hell on that. Motherfuckers been saying that.
I know they've been saying that, but I hated it when it was been started was when that became the thing. And fucking Joe Budden and them tried to change it up into spill the beer. Like,
That's
no.
even worse. I'm
First
just
off,
looking at the tone. That's even
if you
worse.
spilling beer, nigga, you doing a party foul. What's wrong with you? You have no class. Who taught you, Kuth?
Who taught you, Coof? Really?
You like, who taught you, Kuth, nigga?
I mean, I guess that is a good question at that point. Yeah,
The fuck?
because that is
But
definitely a party foul.
Yeah, but I feel like in the sense of if we're gonna work together, we're gonna be together. We gotta have to be able to communicate through certain shit. You can't motherfucking just be like, oh, I'm just gonna say whatever, despite the fact of who my spouse is and how that may affect them because I'm trying to get my shit off. And if you see the way I have to use these like these words, it's all selfish words. It's I'm, me, my.
Ain't
Like,
nobody said we yet in this motherfucker.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Ours,
And it's one
nothing.
yeah, and it's one of
I,
those
we,
things.
you.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like you can't there is first off, I don't give a fuck. If you listen to this podcast right now, there is when you marry somebody, there is no I, me, mine no more. I don't give a fuck. And if you living like that, something wrong with you. Or something wrong with your connection. Y'all don't love each other right. Something like something's off. Like you know what I mean? You
That
can
make
have
it sound
your
like
time,
that's what I was about
but
to say. That make
isn't
it sound like you can't have your own shit.
no, you can have your own shit, but it's like the thought process of when the how I move. Like if I do something, me personally, the negative or the positive repercussions of what I do would directly, most times than not, fall into positively or negatively affect my wife or possibly my kid, depending on what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like technically it may be a my decision, but the consequence may not be my consequence alone. You feel me? So technically it ain't just my decision.
I think that's where people fuck up with that too. But like you said, it's one thing to market your marital woes. It's a whole nother thing to just put your significant other on blast in front of everybody. It's a whole nother thing. One has a game plan, the other
Oh
one
yeah.
doesn't.
I'm gonna say it 10,000 times. First off, nigga, you shouldn't be telling nobody that, like, really nobody for real, what your personal sex life is that could, you know what I'm saying, when it deals with something monetarily, if there is no conversation, one. Two, you shouldn't probably do it if that person, even if it's embarrassing and y'all think it's cool and funny between y'all two, sometimes it's not meant to be shared to the world because now that makes the perception of said person look different. Like, for example, and this is just random. I didn't think about this last night, but I'm thinking about it now. For example, we look at The Rock as a masculine big dude. We know he is happy go jolly motherfucker, but we know him as a masculine big ass cock diesel ass nickel.
Yeah.
If we knew or came to find out that he likes putting peanut butter on his toes and letting a poodle lick him, we would look at it's not illegal, but we look at that nigga a little weird. Now that may be his
That's
thing. That may
weird.
be
He
yeah, it
might do
is.
that.
It is very much
Right.
weird. But if that is his thing and shit,
Are you
all
saying
right,
that
that's
Dwayne Johnson puts peanut butters on his toes and lets animals lick them off?
in this scenario, yes, that's happening in some universe. In one multiverse theory, that's happening right now.
Black
We don't
Adam
know
would
which
never.
I don't know which Earth number it is, but in whatever Earth number it is, it's happening in the universe.
Black Adam would never.
Nigga, just because I said it out loud, I know it's happening in some version of the multiverse. I know it's happening. Just
That
because it's a
almost
pot.
guarantees it.
I can guarantee that. But in this multiverse theory, this scenario where this is happening, now his wife may know about it. She may even think it's cute. And it may be fine. It's like He even laughs with her, like in amongst friends. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I let the poodle lick peanut butter off my toes. Ha 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 ha. Everything's all good. But then it's different if she goes on a fucking what's a popular late night show. You know all the white ones. It,
Jimmy Fallon.
there you
So,
go. This Jimmy
James
Fallon.
Corden is finally leaving. The
He
most
is.
unentertaining motherfucker on earth is
Mm-mm.
finally losing at least one of the things that he annoys us with. So shout out to him and the network for making that decision.
I never watched him anyway. I never
I
really cared.
never did
But
either, but it's his presence is annoying.
yeah, I feel that. But in this universe where this happens, she goes on Jimmy Fallon's show, and then she says, just laughingly, just in passing, just like within the interview, oh yeah, and Dwayne, he likes to get his toes licked by the dog, but he's put peanut butter on his toes first and shit, and like that's just his thing, and I just ha 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 ha, just like anybody else, she's talking to this nigga just amongst friends.
Yeah,
Guess what?
that's possible.
That is, there is then a instantaneous. I wouldn't even say overnight because it's instantaneous, not because we got Twitter Twatter, the Snapper Chapper, the Bach book. Like we got all this shit now. Shit happened instantly. Word gets around in a moment, nigga. When you told me that Chris Rock got smacked by Will Smith, nigga, when like it was 6 minutes after it happened, and there was like 12 million tweets on that shit 6 minutes after it happened. When I saw it, and I can confirm it happened. Like nigga, it's instantaneous, bro. Like 12 million people had something to say about some shit happened 6 minutes ago. It's crazy, nigga. That don't happen in the greatest metropolises in the world.
Yeah.
Like, as I'm saying, that's instantaneous. Rock takes a hit. You know what I mean? Takes a biggity hit.
I feel like
Credibility, the
we
way
gotta
people
run a
perceive
poll.
him, the whole nine.
That's one of the reasons Elon Musk bought Twitter, because I feel like that's the real court of public opinion. Motherfucking, if we gonna all in mass decide that The Rock is weird because he puts peanut butter on his toes, that's you gotta run it up on Twitter, see what people feel like.
No. Shout out to Elon though for being able to buy the Twitter Twatter. It's still the Twitter Twatter
Yeah,
until I see decent improvements.
I know it's gonna always be the Twitter Twitter. It's
Oh,
never.
yeah,
I don't think he's gonna do anything that different. All I'm hoping he does is rein in those cheese pizza dealers and motherfucking try to tame some of the bots and bullshit. Other than
I
that,
hope he
just
does
leave it
tame the
where it's
bots.
at.
Yeah, tame the bots. That's a necessity.
Get
But
rid of niggas being overtly racist and fucking mean and evil in the sense of like, it's not adding anything to the conversation. Make sure the only person with fucking Twitter account is a human. Stop any sale or trade of cheese pizza and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep it pushing.
oh my god, oh
Like,
my god, I don't believe in cheese pizza. I think that shit is just that's crazy bread, nigga.
right?
Like what the fuck?
Right?
Like what the fuck we calling it? That's
Right?
crazy bread, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about? What is this shit? You said this is what?
Jesus Christ.
Like what the fuck is wrong with you? if you if you don't get this Alfredo bread out of my motherfucking face, what the fuck is this?
It's not even
Jeez,
supposed to go and be a thing, nigga.
like what the bitch? You didn't at least put pepperoni on the bed.
It's wild, bro.
Like that bit plain. That bit plain. Like you ever had a bologna sandwich with no cheese, no like with just like straight wheat bread, no mustard, no mayo, no nothing.
We've had that
That shit
conversation.
plain.
We've had that conversation.
That shit
before.
plain.
It's a true
Nigga,
burger.
I've ate mustard sandwiches, nigga. Like that shit plain. I've
Nothing
been
wrong
broke.
with there's nothing wrong with a mustard sandwich when you're absolutely
Nigga, you
broke.
can really almost taste the meat though.
You
I ain't gonna
can.
front. You can almost taste the meat.
It just sucks that you're so poor you can't actually afford it.
Oh God, I've been poor.
But yeah, I remember. I remember as well, my
Oh yeah.
friend. Wasn't a
Mm.
fun day. But it is true. You can almost taste the meat. Pause.
Pause. That is pause worthy. I missed that whole pause. Pause. You right. You were actually right about the pause. Yeah, reverse and then a pause. But yeah, nigga, like what it, I I've been thinking about this because we've seen the memes all week about Elon buying the John.
That nigga, that nigga put up a picture of Bill Gates after he bought the shit and said, "Hey, if you want to lose your boner, here's a picture. Here's the quick way to do it." It was a picture of Bill Gates with some cut off shorts and his gut all out and shit, his tight ass polo on. He's like on the beach.
If you want to lose your boner. You know what? I think realistically, the moves that Elon has made have been, and I hate to give this man credit for anything, is completely due in the last in the recent time has been due all the greatness is due all to that Joe Rogan interview where he smoked weed for the first time. I think that unlocked something inside that man's soul that has never been tapped into, and it's just been the greatest ever.
It was a taste of real fame, nigga. That was the first time we really saw what his personality is kind of like, as opposed to just speculating as to what type of Iron Man this nigga is. Like it was like he started talking and was like, no, like this is how I feel about this. Like yeah, I be feeling like that. No, I get what you. It was like he's a human too. It's like oh shit, this nigga's dope.
Look, he
I love
impregnated a
weed.
random white woman, and like she confirmed that she actually got impregnated by him. So I think he actually is a person.
Right.
If he wasn't, if he was not, then I think she should confirm that or would have.
Right. We was
Like not
hands
is
off by
this
now.
nigga. Matter of fact, speaking of smart people, I didn't even know Stephen Hawking was dead.
That could have been some of the dumbest shit you ever said. How
I
did you
never
not
knew
know
that.
that? Nigga, that happened like what? Almost 10 years ago? Over 10 years
I
ago?
I just never cared in that world,
It
and
was
it's like,
fucking everywhere when it happened.
did it or was it?
It was,
I had not.
it was as much as any. It was around as much as any other Stephen Hawking news would have been around, which is pretty much how I know anything about Stephen Hawking.
Nah, the people that you was around was way smarter, or you cared about was way smarter because I didn't give a fuck. It was like I came across Stephen Hawking when I came across that nigga. It was like, oh, he's there, still alive. And then I saw some shit earlier this week, and I'm like, damn, he's dead, and he's been dead for a minute. Damn,
Yeah,
this is like, oh, I missed that whole bit.
that nigga been dead for a minute. For a
Like a
minute.
minute, like damn, he's dead as hell right now. I had
Yeah,
no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's close to just bones. Put it like that.
I don't know, fam. I don't know. There was a
I don't know how
documentary.
slow that process goes. Don't
There was a
worry.
documentary back in the day. Well, now we talking about smart nigga shit. There's a documentary back in the day. We had to be like in I don't know, like in elementary school. I think it was like maybe fourth or fifth grade,
Uh-huh.
and it was around fuck that nigga, but Christopher Columbus Day, and they was doing a whole kind of like they did like a whole forensics on his remains, and I was like, remains? What the fuck you mean?
What's left?
Look, it was like this part, like from where like what I'm outlining, like this much of the skull left and dust. Like I'm not even playing, my nigga. It was this
Have
much of
fun
the
with it.
skull left, a couple little pieces of some shit and dust. That was
Bone
it, my
fragments,
nigga. And it made me, and I always think when I'm like, damn, I wonder like how I know so and so that whoever it may be that I love, that I knew, they definitely bones now. But I'm like, how long is they gonna be that before they turn into shit? Like really
I'm sure
dirt.
Yeah, like dust.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, nigga, what was that? The country got founded in 1776. So you still had 300 years of this bullshit before that?
That's kind of why
So
like coffins don't make sense though too, because it's like you're just paying for a box to turn into dust inside of. Like
yeah, like a really
just go
comfortable
into the
dust
ground.
box.
Just go into the ground. Like
Fam, fam, fam. I had no idea that people actually motherfucking
I mean, you decorate
cremate
the
you.
inside of the hole, but like don't
Check me
put
out,
a
though.
whole
Check me
box
out.
in the
I
hole.
just recently discovered that people actually do cremations and put the shit into an urn and then they bury the urn. And
That
I'm
makes
like,
more sense
but to me, I'm just like,
and
nigga,
takes up less space.
no, nigga. How about you just instead of making a fucking 6-foot hole for this one little bitty urn that I'm already cremated in, how about we just make a 2-foot hole and just pour the whole shit in there and pat, and now I'm part of the earth. Like I'm like, dog, I'm dead. I'm gone. Like, yo, my wife won't let me shoot my asses into space. That's what I really want.
Why won't she let you?
Cause she's like,
Not even some of them.
no, I said the whole shit. Like, shoot my whole ass into space. It was like, if I'm dead, shoot me into space. Like, for all I know, I might roll around into the right cosmic orbit to where
Come back together.
eventually, yeah, they bring my soul back, and I'm just like, yo, I get to come
Some
back. Like I
cosmic
told y'all
being.
niggas. Like I told y'all niggas, Jedi's is out there and shit. They lit me up. They devaporized me and shit. Like my lungs even work better. Like this shit lit.
Bring you back, you be missing the fingertip to your middle finger or some shit. What the fuck happened?
At least I'm still here, nigga. You know what I mean? But I do want Elon to really buy some shit now, like some real shit, make like some shit that he needs to buy.
Buy YouTube. Buy YouTube. Say it with me now. Buy YouTube.
I was gonna say Twitch too, but that too.
Amazon owns that. That ain't happening.
Well, the idea that I have to complete that, we have to talk about off later because it's legal. Like, there's no legal way to solve that problem between them two. I'm like, nah, that's the stuff that gets you thrown in prison. People say that out loud, like, nah.
We are on one of Jeff Bezos' platforms now. Calm down. Big Daddy Jeff might get a little angry when he hears this.
You better not ever in your life call like somebody Big Daddy Jeff around me no more.
That's what everybody calls him.
That's the shit to get a documentary made about you in 10 years. The niggas need to calm down. The niggas need to calm down.
That's what everybody called the
The
kid.
niggas need to calm down, bro. I as a CEO would be like, yo.
Lexing's out here wilding, nigga.
Bitch, like, I heard you. They call you Big Daddy. Who say that? Nah.
That nigga turn around and like, I fucked up. That's what you hear.
Yeah. You gotta hit that bitch with that. That's fiction, baby. That's fiction. That's not real. That's not real. Oh, bitch, got a whole face full of mustard. Yeah. Be like, nah, bitch, it's not real. It's not real. Not at all. But yeah, like, yeah.
Buy YouTube.
Buy YouTube. Should buy that.
Alphabet would never sell, but buy YouTube. Because
Yeah.
if any platform needs cleanups in their policies, Jesus Christ, is YouTube. And more attention paid to things that actually help the creators. Yeah.
Who owns Big Bach?
The Chinese government.
They own Big Bach?
Yeah.
Damn.
The
I was
Communist
hoping to
Party
hear a
of China.
corporation. You said the Chinese government. Like, damn. All right. Okay. I'm not gonna argue that. Like, all right, you can have it. There you go. That's yours. You own that, sir.
Exactly. Winnie
Yeah,
the
that's
Pooh owns
all.
it, nigga. That's who owns it.
I'm now curious. Do the Chinese government own Winnie the Pooh too?
No, you didn't know it. They call Xi Jinping Winnie the Pooh. He gets really upset when you call him Winnie the Pooh. Like he
Why are
banned
you saying he just calling this nigga Winnie the Pooh then?
because people do call him Winnie the Pooh. It's funny. He
Look,
just
fam.
hates it.
One of these days we gonna have to do some business over there in China. I'm trying to make it back. Because I'm telling you right now, because you called this nigga Winnie the Pooh, we land over there in Hong Kong and shit, and they want to detain us. That's what they call it. And they want to detain us. We in the same cell. I'm beating your ass just because you put us here. Like, look, fam.
Who sent us there? Did we get invited because it's us, or did like Disney send us or something? Because that's different. Like
Disney
the
would
slide.
never send me to China.
You don't know that. We
I
might
would
trick
do
them.
the most un-Disney shit in China. Like,
You
I'm
cannot
sorry.
fuck a
Like,
pangolin, okay? You can't do it.
I'm not gonna fuck no penguin.
No, I didn't say penguin. I said a pangolin.
What the fuck is a pangolin?
It's a long story, but you can't fuck one in China. Okay, that's how you get COVID. You want
Look, I don't
COVID?
know what
That's how
it
you
is.
get COVID.
Nigga, first of all, I saw I've been sitting watching bitches on Instagram get punched in the face by baboons in Phuket. I'm not fucking around with no baboon like monkeys, period. Nothing out there that scratches. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. So whatever you saying
Pangolin
again.
is more like a beaver and a koala put together. Yeah. Long story, like I said. The listeners will get
I
it.
fuck with beavers and I fuck with koalas, so I'm trying to picture what you're saying in my head. Like,
It's like an ugly version of it though. Like those two things can be cute, arguably. You put them together, ugly as shit, but a vicious little fucker. But if you fuck them, you get COVID. Do you want COVID? That's how you get COVID. You don't really get COVID, but you can start it like that.
real shit. I'm really considering when we get this money and shit, I'm gonna get like a whole bunch of otters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like otters that can live like in the wilderness and shit, but they be my otters and shit. Like tagged otters. Cause I fuck with them and shit. That's real love when you gotta like hold hands and shit and flow down the river and just be like, yo, hands on stomach, just like eating and shit, just yo. Like that's real. That's some real
Yeah,
shit. That's the
yeah.
life, nigga. Like that real shit. If you don't run into any predators, nigga, that's the life. Nigga, I'm just nigga, shit.
How long are you gonna go without running into a predator though? Let's be
Shit,
honest.
I don't know, fam. I don't know if them niggas can climb or not, nigga. But when I see them, I'm like, you know what, you living a life, nigga. I've seen one like two. It was like real shit. There was one that had like a fucking one of the oysters like on his fucking like chest and shit.
Mm.
And it was it looked like it was holding this bitch. And it was just I'm like, that is living, son. My phone was in the car when I seen it. I was like, yo,
Nigga said,
that's life.
wanna come
That's
back
life
to life
right
as an
there.
otter.
that's life right
Oh
there.
my god.
I was really
That
hating
is
on that nigga in
insane.
that moment. I was really hating. I was like, dog, if I could be you, nigga, that's life. That's life. Psst, coast, nigga.
I've felt that way looking at some animals before. It just felt majestic. It's like we could trade places right now. I'd be okay with that.
Nigga, I had a whole moment with a turtle one time. Me and this nigga just looked at each other. He was out of shell and home shit. He didn't even move. I didn't move. We just looked at each other. And I was like, you know what? I fuck with you, bro. And he was like, word. And he just walked his ass straight out to the water and shit. And I was like, peace out, my nigga. And then that was it. I hope he living a great turtle life right now. I really do.
Yeah. I had the same moment with a squirrel.
Your spirit animal might be a squirrel, my nigga. I know mine's a turtle. Some Native
Uh,
American people have told me such a thing.
I've never had any confirmation.
My daughter had a moment with a penguin at the fucking at the zoo and shit. It was like some wild shit. You know, it's some crazy shit when a bunch of white people walk around this waffle colored child, and it's like, oh, look at it, like, look what's happening. But this penguin is pretty much like walk right up to the glass, right at my kid. My daughter's like maybe like one and a half, and like looking at it and like puts his hands up, and the penguin lifts its fucking like flippers up and shit, and it's just like having this whole moment with my kid and shit. And I'm like, this shit's amazing. Like, and so I'm like, my kid's spirit animal's probably that penguin. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. You'd have to get a white girl correspondent to see how that the rules of that work.
I think it only would. I think that why does it has to be a white girl correspondent to know what a spirit
Because
animal is?
because that's the type of shit they're into. And
That's the
then
type of shit Native American women are into. That's some shit that I can just walk over into the next room and ask my wife. Like that,
mostly like white women in America are really into that too.
because they try to be Cherokee. They think they are
There's more of
Cherokee.
them, put it like
Like
that.
they think they are Cherokee.
that too.
I have
Or
a little bit of
Navajo.
Navajo in my system.
Yeah.
Like the fuck out. Come on, bro. We know this game. Like, come on, bro.
That shit is hilarious.
I just want to do good with the world.
You know when bitches be talking about their spirit animal is a cheetah or a wolf or some shit. Tell you about the life they lived with it, and then they go and lick the wolf in the mouth and shit.
Yeah, it's a little strange. Mad off. I agree. But we're gonna do the let the bitch breathe, and we can get the fuck out of here and close this shit the fuck out this week.
All right.
So I know you want to talk about Cocodrillo Turbo.
Well,
I know that.
it has been a week of the return of fat nigga rap emo trap, so that is kind of true.
Fat nigga rap emo trap. That is the best way to put it. I will say that I've heard.
That's what
I'll
it's
give
been.
I'll give you credit to that. But Action Bronson, Cocodrillo Turbo. What is your critique? Because I know you listened to it.
It wasn't what I expected, but it was dope. I think he kind of overdid the nature sounds, but I think I liked all but like maybe one track on it.
Really?
Yeah. What was the track? Because it's like it might be like one on there. It was the beat. I was like, all right, bro. Oh yeah, the Estaciones. Hate that.
All right, look. I'm gonna say this. I think that album made as hell. And I've never said that about anything Action Bronson, but it's like the animal noises is too much. It is too much. Like sonically, it is too
It's
fucking
a
much.
lot.
Like
He got a pig
for
squealing and shit. Like it's a lot.
pig squealing with the alligator eating the or crocodile eating the motherfucking pig. Well, I'm assuming it's a boar because
Right.
of
How
the
nature works.
crocodile. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming it's a boar. So it's like so it's eating that shit. Like this is one of those joints that ain't like fucking White Bronco or Lamb Over Rice or some shit where
Yeah.
it's like you can easily picture what is happening because it's really distinct.
He did.
It's
He went
at
different
first
on
I was
production
at first when
too.
I gave it a first listen, it was just through speakers, just in listening while I'm playing 2K, and I'm just giving everything is just first initial listen of the day.
Right.
And I had to pause this shit like in the middle of the game because I was like, "What the fuck is happening? What is going on?"
What
And I
is this
continue, and I'm just
noise?
like, "Wait," I'm trying to just put together. I'm like, "It is something." And I'm like, the first initial listen, I'm like, this is a 50-50 because I think outside of the Conway track, I kind of can't stand the first 4 tracks.
I like the
So
track a lot.
yeah, like outside of the Conway track, like the one with
What
Conway
was
on there,
the first four?
that shit's fire. I think that's like the second track on that bitch.
It was Hound Dog, Tongue Put. Yeah, I like Tongue Put and Jaws. Tentaciones I hate, and Hound Dog is okay.
Like it was a little rough. So I'm just like, ah. So let me go back and listen to this shit through the Beats Jones. Listen to him through the Beats Jones. And I was like, it's matter of fact, it may be more now because of the fact that I'm listening to it in so much fucking clarity. Like it's like
It's still
damn.
extra.
Yeah, it's like wow.
Somehow.
Saying so I'm saying this. He's been on a run lately. I think he had like 3 in a row that have been really, really good. Blue Trip 7, fucking Lamb Over Rice, White Bronco. Am I missing one?
Uh,
I be about it. That like to this
only for
point,
Dolphins.
only for Dolphins. Yeah. So 4, like them shits, all them shits was great. I fuck with them. I fuck with those albums. This shit just sounds like a bunch of just random ass bars that have no that are all types of fucking everywhere with sound that's all types of fucking everywhere. And it's to me mid to ass. Like it's like not ass, but it's like C minus D plus ass to me.
Wow, that's harsh.
I
I
hate to
say
say it,
harsh.
bro, but I'm being unbiased.
I
I'm being
say
unbiased because it's like, damn, son, like this is like,
I get that. I just say I only say
yeah.
harsh because I say harsh because my first listen to it, I was in the car listening to it. So I'm in the car riding with my mom and shit. I got the shit. I tell her, I'm listening to it. I got to review the shit, right? And she always tends to offer her little points that I should also offer, right? She said garbage out the gate. She heard like 3 songs and was like, "This is ass. Turn this off." Who is this? Turn this off. She never heard action before in her life. She was like, "Turn this shit off." No, yes she has. Yes she has. But she's only heard songs from Blue Chips and Mr. Wonderful. So she's only heard like the really good shit.
Damn, you
Like,
can include Mr. Wonderful too. He had like 5 really, really 5 really good ones in a row. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, Mr. Wonderful is one of my go-tos.
Yeah.
But she said hot garbage.
Yeah, that shit trash.
I didn't want to give it.
It
And
is,
that was
bro.
that
That's
was that
why.
was about that same area you said about song 3, song 4. She like, nope.
You see, it was the same moment because I like outside of the love of the game of hip hop, and I was like, you know what? Everybody got to get a fair listen. If I'm gonna start this, everybody, you gonna get a fair
and,
listen from me.
and that's why I didn't say nothing.
I continued to listen to the rest of the album. And I was like, oh, okay, I found shit that I like on it for sure. But still, the critique is the same. It's
That's
the
why I didn't
same,
say
fam.
nothing yet. I just let her have her opinion. I said she not really hip hop like that. She don't whatever. It's cool, right? I'm gonna give it a full listen, but I'm like, I hate that. It's Tastiones. I hate that. Cool. I'm gonna keep it going. Let it rock out. We get to we get to Turkish. No, we get to Jaguar, and I start looking at the credits, and that's when it hit me the difference in this album and every other Action Bronson album, or at least most other Action Bronson albums. We got spoiled by that him and Alchemist shit.
Alchemist. Yeah, we got
This
spoiled by
is
it.
this is Rock Marcione made a beat on here. Alchemist only made like 3 of
The
them.
Rock Marcione joint is hard though. The Rock
Action made
Marcione,
2 of them or 3 of them.
the Marciano joint is like hard though.
Right. All
But
he
that's
does.
Rock though. Rock made good fucking made good beats.
Derringer, not a fan.
You not a
From
fan? Yes, you are. Come on. Oh, well, not the song,
not
but
on this album. I'm talking
okay,
about
yeah.
on this album. For Hound Dog, not really like crazy about the beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the production. It's just really Derringer, Alchemist, Rock Marciano, and Action. He got mono and stereo. I like that song. That's 91. That was dope.
I don't think
Okay, Storm of the Century did Derringer did Storm of the Century too. So that was cold too.
I don't think the. Am I paused to you?
You're frozen, but I can hear you.
Oh, that sucks.
I can hear you though.
All right, but yeah, I think rock. I mean, I don't think Derringer works with action. Sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you can be a good dope fucking
It's hit or miss. The
producer.
Storm of the Century is good. It's hit or miss.
Yeah, but it's like I didn't really. It didn't click for me. That didn't click for me. But I think the album is better on this like the end of like the end half of the album. And even on the end half of the album ain't as good as even the worst songs on the last fucking 5 projects.
It's just all over the place. But it's like it's trying too hard to like blend too many sounds and then still make action do his his thing, which is already kind of all over the place. I don't know.
I think it works better as a visual album. Yeah, if like it was like a visual album and shit, it probably works way better.
I mean, I don't
Like
think it being visual really got anything to do with it.
no,
You
I
just
think
what
it
you
like
want to see
it.
that you want to see the crocodile eat the board so it enhances the bars for you, nigga. What
Yeah, that shit would be hard.
niggas ain't got time to be shooting 10 music videos before they fucking drop their album. Lose weight and fight niggas.
Yeah. What better way to lose weight than to like have to drop a major shit after watching a motherfucking crocodile eat a boar? That's gonna make me take a shit. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna be like, yo, I gotta go after this.
Yeah, I mean that's
Like
one
I
way to
don't
put
know
it.
why, but it's like, yo, that's just like that thought of that makes me want to take a shit. But then right after that, I'm gonna want some bacon. So it's like it's real.
Jesus Christ. Told
You
you
know
it's
what I mean?
gang banging on bacon, nigga.
Sometimes you gotta game bang on bacon, my nigga.
Can't keep gang banging on bacon,
We got to. Got to.
bro.
Jesus Christ, am I still frozen?
Yeah, you are.
Jesus.
I don't know why it's frozen. It just got
I,
you like looking off to the side.
yeah, I look like I'm just frozen in word. Like this shit crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you
Riverside
can try
fucking up, bro.
turning the camera off and turn it back on. I don't know.
Like I'm gonna say this. Like what the fuck? Nah, that shit didn't do
It's
nothing.
frozen.
That shit didn't do nothing. Riverside fucking all the way up. You
I
know, like
messaged
I'm
these niggas when you got kicked out the last. I'm like, yo, why does my guest keep getting kicked out the fucking chat?
like it's not even like it's just kicking me out the chat, nigga. It's
Out the
closing the
recording.
whole bitch. It's closing the app out. Like nigga, I have to reopen the whole bitch. Like what the fuck is happening? But
Nigga, fix your fucking bug. Like,
yeah,
dog.
word. Yeah. But I'm not really I'm displeased. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm displeased.
Like I said, I think it's harsh. I think that's harsh. I'm giving him a C plus or a C minus. I'm giving him a C minus only because he tried something new with the production, and
You
it
might as
just
well give
kind
him
of
a D
didn't
plus
work.
with me, son. You might as well
That's
be
a
real.
whole grade lower. No, nigga, no.
You might as well just give him a D plus
When
with
I
me,
was
son.
when I was
Be
in
real.
school, I did a lot. No, nigga, when I was in school, it was a lot more acceptable to come home with a C minus than a D plus,
You right.
nigga. So no, I'm not giving him a D plus.
Nah, that shit not acceptable, my nigga. Like that, like
And a
I'm,
C isn't even acceptable.
I'm
But
so,
if you're
I'm so,
gonna do it, and it's a
nah,
C
nigga,
minus,
nah,
better than
son,
a D.
nah, nah, nah.
Or
First
an
off, nah, you can't come, nah, you can't give me
F.
A's and B's, nigga. You can't give me A's and B's and shit, A pluses 5 straight times, and then come out with some motherfucking C minus shit. Like,
Why not, nigga?
nah.
Yes, you can.
Nah, nigga, you still trash. You trash. You might as well just be for real trash, and me give you a for real trash grade. With your
So,
for real trash grade is a D plus.
so you saying 5 A pluses plus 1 D plus in your opinion equals an overall F, nigga? What?
No, nigga. No, what I'm saying is you can't decline like that and then release it to the public, nigga. Like, god damn, that shit is terrible.
It's
Like
not a
that shit,
decline. It's trying something new.
that
You know
shit is
what?
terrible.
Just because of that, I'm not even giving them C minus. I'm giving them C. You get a solid C just for trying
That,
something new. You get a C,
that
nigga.
but it was terrible.
It wasn't though. It
It
wasn't
was
terrible.
terrible.
It was
It was
better than
terrible.
Future's album.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Okay, then. It was better than Future's album. That was really the crazy part to me because I was expecting Future to really have some wild shit on there. This nigga heartbroken again.
Yeah, he heartbroken again. He heartbroken. He heartbroken. Future album. Yeah, matter of fact, we might as well move on to that one because I said what I had to say about that shit. But I never liked you, or whatever the fuck it's called.
The title alone is bitchy.
It is.
It's like it's petty. Like, all right.
Them songs with Drake on there is fire though. I'm gonna keep that all the way a beam, but
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? They got that chemistry. They just do that.
That
So
Young
them
Thug
shit.
verse was horrible. Jesus Christ.
You said what?
That Young Thug verse was horrible.
It was
That
all
whole
the way
song
ass.
was bad, but that
Oh yeah, that was
verse
all the way
horrible.
ass. It was all the way booty, man. That one was. That shit was whack. That shit was whack. That shit
That was
was.
one of those songs you go, you made that, and you know you didn't have to, and you still put it on the album.
Low key, the songs I think are fire is fire though. Like them shits is fire. It's fire. But
Yeah,
them
I'll give
shits
him
that yeah, this shit like the shits that's mid though is really mid or ass. Like
Yeah.
it ain't no
And no perfect is mid or ass.
yeah, my nigga. Like when I told you, I'm like, yo, this shit fire right now. I was at the
Kanye
fire
verse
part
was
of the
trash.
album. And then I was at the fire part of the album, and I kind of like wanted to text you, but I didn't want to be wrong in that moment. Like, yeah, I might have been wrong though. Like, I might have been wrong. I might have fucked up.
I don't know.
Yeah, like it
We get your beat
look,
on that, bro.
it do remind me a little bit of Hendrix, but
Yeah,
Hendrix
you said that, but Hendrix is better.
way better. It's not Hendrix. It reminds me of his, like he was in a Hendrix space,
Oh,
but he didn't make. Is that what?
Says you unfrozen now.
Oh, great! Hey, about fucking time. Anyway, what the fuck? Are you seeing this or am I seeing this?
Yeah, you're fine on mine. I wonder if that's because it's raining over here too.
It's raining here too, nigga. It's like weird.
Probably what it is. Probably the weather fucking with the shit.
All right, we back. So back to it. I think Hendrix was a way better album, way better music. You had like hit after hit on that bitch. Like, and there was some soul in that motherfucker. When you start you start an album with my collection, that's hard. That's like, look, bitch, I'm gonna stun on you and I'm letting the whole dick hang. And I don't care. I'm gonna let you know. The whole dick on your ass. I don't care. Don't tell me that you was an angel. Well, you fucked 3 rappers and 2 singers. Don't tell me that shit. Like,
lying ass bitch.
lying ass bitch. And we all know he was talking about Sierra, and it was all types of mad disrespect. But it was that shit was hard. that was real toxic. That was the best toxic masculinity you was gonna get out of entertainment history ever. That's the most you gonna get. You can't do anything else because anything else would be a crime these days. Nigga, that shit was hard.
You know, his statement from last week makes a lot more sense now, considering the album title and the music on the album. When he said, I'm not toxic, the bitches I fuck with are toxic and don't believe it. It's not you, bitches. It's not me, bitches, you.
No, I'm sorry.
Then he goes name the title of the album. I never liked you, bitch.
I'm sorry, nigga. When a nigga like Andre 3 Stacks like says with the straightest face, this nigga makes the most positive negative music ever, nigga. No, you're toxic too. Like, there's no way you can do the both. You a special type of nigga. Like, you a special type of nigga. You were the king of positive toxic music.
bro. For real.
Like for real.
Andre
There was a point in
3000
time when I
straight
didn't
to
fuck
me.
with Future at all. There was a point in time where I didn't fuck with Future. Now I do. So it's like,
I
you
said
know
the
what I
same
mean?
shit when I heard that shit. I was like, I used to hate
I
this
used to
nigga's
hate this nigga's
whole
voice.
no, yeah, like his whole album, that whole first album, it took me a while to actually listen to years later because his
And
voice
then
when
it's
it
10
first
years
came
later,
out was
like,
like, the fuck?
yeah, and then 10 years later, that's like reviewed as a classic now. And it's
I
like,
still wouldn't
wow.
go that far, but it's about
No, some people I have like since it like the 10-year anniversary of this shit, like what about a week or two ago? I've been
no,
seeing
I'm just saying I
motherfuckers.
wouldn't call it
I
that. I
wouldn't do
know
that.
people
I
do,
would not
but
do that.
I wouldn't.
But it's like
They
I've
do
been
got
seeing these
bangers on
fucking like little, you know what I'm saying, these sites and shit. Like, yo, it may have been one of the classics from the last gen, like the last era. And
there.
I'm like, come on, Dirty Sprite 2? Okay. Like I can see how you could argue that in there.
I mean, if
You
you
know what
want
I'm
to
saying?
go off a nigga first album, I guess. If you talking about just niggas first albums, maybe.
There's a lot of first in the last era. Not last generation, last era.
That's what I'm saying. Like we talking, when did that shit come out? Like 2012.
Yeah,
We was in high
2012.
school, like 2011 or something.
We graduated when he came out. He was new. He was Fab Five, I think, the year after we graduated.
I remember niggas be what?
No, because
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
was going
yeah.
to like college parties and
Okay.
turning
Yeah.
up crazy at that time when Turn On the Lights came out.
Cause what was that shit? That magic. That voila magic. That shit. I remember that shit was out. I was everywhere I went. That shit was out.
I think it was on the Future album,
Yeah.
but the first album. So that was 2012.
Huh.
That was 2012. But I couldn't stand this nigga's voice. Like I made fun of motherfuckers that like that shit. Like, turn out the lights. I'm looking for. I would do a nasty
I
looking
went.
face like I just did right now, just to make fun of these niggas feel like liking that song.
Nigga, I
And then
went from
fucking
hating that
Karate Chop
song
came out.
to
Karate
feeling
Chop
that shit.
changed that shit for me.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit changed the whole game.
That was probably the
Nigga.
first one where it was like, maybe this nigga can rap a little bit.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. It was just like, all right, now this makes sense.
You know what
Like I
though? You
like
know what
this.
changed it for me? That was the one where he caught my attention. But the shit that changed it for me was the what's the name of the tape? Damn it! Took him forever. It's a
March
classic
Madness?
tape. No. I always fucking go to that shit. I don't remember the name though. What's the name of that shit?
Pluto?
Purple Rain. That's my
Purple
shit.
Rain.
Purple Rain, nigga. Still got that shit on repeat.
Purple
And that
Rain's one
like
of
the
them.
whole project isn't even like it's not even the whole project is crazy, but the songs on there that's crazy is crazy.
It's nuts. It's nuts. Like, yeah, Karate Chop came, like he started making some hits. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm rocking. Like I'm rocking and shit. And I became a fan. So I'm gonna call this out mid as hell too. I'm gonna call it for Future, who ain't really shit other than Future little collaborations. I'm gonna call it a solid C.
See, I'm giving this one a D plus because I expected more.
I didn't.
I seen him on Twitter teasing the shit, talking about some. Should I do an album? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put an album together. All right, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Nigga, you like no,
The
bro.
one he gonna
I was
do,
expecting
the one
more.
he gonna drop in 6 months because everyone saying this shit me is gonna be way fire. So it's like, yeah.
I don't know. I'm giving that nigga a D plus.
Future is like in my mind, Future is one of them niggas, dog. He is. I'm not gonna say he Jordan or Kobe in the clutch when it comes down to response, but that nigga definitely on some LeBron Bron. He definitely on some Bron. He may put up his numbers. He might not win, but he'll put up his numbers the next way around. Like I'm telling you, he don't put up 16 and don't drop like 45 the next game.
give him a D plus.
Hey, man, I'm just waiting for the next one. We need to get the fuck up out of here because my phone's about to die, unfortunately.
All right, bet.
We put in our fucking time
Yeah,
and
took us
extra
2 days to do. Shit.
and overtime. And
Yeah,
Riverside need to get their shit together.
for real, for real. Fix your
I ain't doing
fucking bugs in
I
your
ain't doing no
fucking
more ads till we get
places.
some more, until we start getting paid. Nah, y'all fix this shit.
Nigga,
Like
that's
for
what the fuck I'm saying.
like we ain't doing this shit for the free no more. Like that shit is disrespectful. We on inconvenience and shit. You know what I mean?
Don't
I should
charge
be
us money, the motherfucking like nigga. Fuck y'all doing?
I should be going to sleep tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like winner. You feel me? Like I should, but I'm not because y'all fucking with me right now. So, but appreciate everybody around the world that's listening, watching. We know it's a little fucked up this week, but we still appreciate y'all. We fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? We nothing without you, and that's word to God.
And
You
yeah, you
did.
dropped late. So what? You still got it. And as long as you
And
got
it's
it, you
more
give
fire
it
than
to
Kanye's
me.
shit that he dropped late.
Especially that verse on that Future album.
Oh my God.
Shit was horrible. Anyway.
Non-Millennials Podcast, episode 203, finally. House of Space Media. We in this bitch. We out this bitch. We love y'all.